gentlemen, so you both know what I want. Shake hands. Have a good one.
At ringside, as always, is his mum, Violet. Never misses a fight. How good is Lewis going to look here? He's expected to get this job done in comprehensive fashion. And you can see, just looking at them, what a massive advantage he has in terms of sheer physical presence. Lennox Lewis, the former world heavyweight champion, Britain's only world heavyweight champion this century.
Yes, he looked very keyed up coming in the ring, and if he is, I wouldn't expect this to last very long.
Fortune trying to get in range. It almost looks like a middleweight taking on a heavyweight out there, doesn't it? In fact, Fortune comes in here at just under 15.5 stone.
Fortune's got to make his size work for him, which he can do by keeping very low, keeping on the move, keeping well out of the range of them long punches. It's a long way to punch down for Lennox.
Talked to Dean Powell, who used to train Fortune in his brief spell in Britain. He said he's dangerous with the left hook. And one problem that Lewis does have with his gloves low is sometimes he can be a little bit vulnerable to that. Fortune going for broke, hoping that he can get lucky with one punch in the way that Oliver McCall did on that fateful night at Wembley.
Lewis using that jab to good effect. That's what he's got to do. Just measure him. But like he tried there, he was a little bit short with that right hand. But if he can measure him with a jab, he can land with the right.
Don't hold, let him go. Let him go. Hey, stand back. Box on.
Lewis has always had great speed and athleticism. A lot of people who fought him say it's very hard to get out of the way of his punches. He throws them with such blurring speed. Very quick for a big man. Good lateral movement around the ropes by Lewis, just poking out the jab from time to time. Haven't seen too much of that big booming right hand of his. Not yet, anyway.
No, I think he's got to try and get Fortune on the end of the jab first. And that could be a little bit of a problem with a man so short. He seems pretty quick. He's moving in, dipping the head from side to side.
Lewis knows he's on a bit of a hiding to nothing here, really. If he wins in double quick time, they'll say, well, he should have done anyway. If he doesn't, the critics will have a go at him. A good body punch there from Fortune. Just lost his balance more than anything, Lewis.
Break it up, pull it up, both of it.
Well, the Australian certainly doesn't seem fazed at all by the assignment, does he?
No, he isn't.
A big change in the corner. There he is, Emmanuel Stewart, the man responsible for Tommy the Hitman Hearns and Frank Maloney. Always looks a bag of nerves during the fight. Of course, Lewis is a huge investment for him, right apart from anything else. Second round here, Lewis in the white trunks. Fortune is obviously coming here with plenty of ambition, but he's got everything to gain and not much to lose.
That's right, and that's always a good way to be. Lennox is the one with all the pressure. Fortune even managed to beat Lennox to the jab there. So he's pretty quick at getting in.
Nick under the right eye of Fortune. Nothing more than that at the moment. Lewis sporting this new dreadlocked hairstyle these days. Good stiff jab he possesses. Emmanuel Stewart was saying that when he inherited Lewis, he was fighting for only about 40% of his potential. Now he reckons he's up to about 60%. But Fortune having another success there with his left hook. Oh, that's better from Lewis. The right hand, almost for the first time.
Yes, that's what he needs to get. He needs to get the measure, Lewis. And he can do it with the left jab, and then that right hand will come into play.
Just stung into a bit of action, Lewis. It was about time he upped the gear. And maybe just taught the Australian a bit more respect. The right uppercut was a great shot from Lewis. Short little punches. He says that since he's been with Manny Stewart, he has been shortening up the punches. And he says that he's more focused now in the ring. He tend to go through sleepy patches in his fights, didn't he?
But give it to Fortune. He is making a fight of this. He is trying to take the fight to Lewis. Lewis used the uppercut well. And that's a shot he's got to use with a small man.
That cut a bit worse by the right eye of Fortune. He's caught again. Lewis is starting to have significantly more success in terms of getting through with his own punches now. Fortune is beginning to realise now that if he does dive within range, Lewis might pick him off with some quite heavy artillery like that.
Yes, the reflexes are fast from Lewis. He's starting to catch Fortune very well on the way in.
Oh, damaging looking right to the body from Lewis. He's paid such a heavy price for his lapse of concentration on the night he lost the title. Third round.
Second a good one for Lewis, slipping into gear.
Starting to look marked up around the face, the Australian Justin Fortune, who these days is resident in Hollywood, which has been making the headlines for one or two other reasons, as you might have read this week.
Don't hold.
Lewis has to be careful that Fortune doesn't hit the jackpot with one of those left hooks that he's throwing with quite a bit of abandon.
He just sunk in a nice body shot, Lewis there.
Out, let him go.
Quite a lot to admire in Lewis's work.
Yes, he's doing a lot of good things and the tempo is very good. Using his jab very well, nice and fast.
But give credit to Fortune, he's putting up a really spirited performance here against some pretty insurmountable odds in terms of sheer size.
Yes, he's like a little terrier in there trying to get to Lewis.
It's the typical Aussie spirit, isn't it? They're not the kind to just lie down.
Right, pull out, folks. Pull out.
And I think Jeff Harding and Jeff Fennick were a couple that showed that spirit very well.
Oh, the right hand, he loves those shots. Good hand speed as well from Lewis. A lot of people reckon now that Riddick Bowe is the best heavyweight out there, and of course it was Lewis who beat Bowe in that Olympic final when he won his gold medal. We'd love to see a professional rematch. Will it ever happen? Let's hope so.
Lewis shown some good things there in defence where when Fortune's coming in, he's getting his hands up very quick, which is a point that he didn't do in several of his fights beforehand. Certainly didn't do with McCaw.
Showing good resilience, really, Fortune as well. He's starting to look a bit the worse for wear because Lewis is a pretty heavy hitter. Coming up towards the end of the third round here. A lot of people thought it wouldn't last this long. Right hand counter from Lewis. He covered up well. He took those punches from Fortune on the gloves.
Yes, he's covering up well and come back with good counters. Good round for Lewis. can see he's just getting his range there. Doubles up the left jab and the right hand. Very good. And you wonder how much more punches like that can Fortune take. There must be punishing.
Fourth round, they look happy enough in that corner. Manny Stewart, the new trainer, has been really very, very heavy in his praise of Lewis. He says that not even Tyson or a Bow would live with the new Lennox Lewis for 8 or 10 rounds. So far, Fortune, though, has managed into the fourth. Lewis here, maybe he's been told by the corner to go out and get the job done now. Oh, right uppercut was a great shot. Fortune took it well and came back with a terrific left hook of his own.
He certainly did. He said he hadn't come here to lie down, and he's proved that already. He's took some tremendous shots from Lewis.
Stand right. Right back. Both of you.
Showed amazing durability there because Lewis really hit him with a peach of a right uppercut.
What's your head? Right. Right back. Keep
Now,
that.
this Australian is a bit tougher than the pre-fight script suggested.
But them jabs are landing very, very solidly. You wonder how much more he can take.
Stop watching.
He headlined this bill Doomsday in Dublin. It really would be a doomsday for Lewis if he was to lose at this kind of level. And there's another cut, I think, opened up around the eyes of Fortune as he's caught with another right hand. Lewis is wearing him down, you feel, bit by bit, stage by stage, breaking the spirit and resistance, and there's a lot of it. Fortune is caught here and in terrible trouble, and it stopped. Oh, it stopped. Even before he hit the floor, Roy Francis had decided that that was enough. In round 4, a series of punches, a cluster, classy uppercuts, and Lennox Lewis, I think, looked the business there.
He certainly did. He looked very fast. That was a tremendous finish. 3 right uppercuts, all rocked the head of Fortune back. I think the referee did the right thing calling it off there. They were very hurtful punches.
Well, they quickly got the shades on for Lennox Lewis, and I don't think Fortune quite knew what hit him in that dazzling finale that Lewis produced to finish the argument just as the corner had demanded in the 4th round. Here's how he did it.
Just the perfect shot from a man of that size. And watch 3 of them, really winds them up, and he goes over with the last one. They were very good punches.
He does look to be improving and gaining in confidence as well. I think now he really has got the McCall defeat out of his system. It's good policy, isn't it, to keep him busy?
It certainly is. He's got to keep going against a variety of opponents, and he did everything well there. Some good things that I saw. I like the way when Fortune, who was dangerous, came forward. He got his hands up well. Lewis, he used the jab very quickly, and he showed some very good points there.
Well, Lennox, as you said at the top of the show, he hadn't come halfway around the world to sit down, had he? He was game.
No, it's very game. He threw some good punches, and I hit him with some tremendous shots. It was surprising that he didn't go down, but I knew the uppercuts would get to him.
The size, with his size, he was awkward. Once you sort of sussed him out, you fell into your game plan, didn't you?
Definitely, I was a bit cautious the first round. Then you told me to step it up, so I did.
Did he hurt you at all with some of them shots?
No, he actually caught me in the first round with a good shot, and that kind of woke me up. So I started rattling my punches.
If you have a look over your right shoulder, we show you the finish. Just talk us through it. These uppercuts were tremendous.
Yeah, definitely. I seen every time he got hurt, I would just throw the uppercut, and he was really open for the uppercut. So I was trying to launch into some uppercuts. But like I said, he was pretty tough. I was just about going to come out with a left hook, and the referee said stop. He was trying to win a lot of punches in there, but I figured I'd just step aside and throw the uppercut. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I said to the referee, you did a good job. I didn't want to get him too hurt in there.
Yeah, they booed the stoppage, but that's fair. I mean, you got to stop a guy like that from getting hurt bad.
Definitely. A guy that has a big heart, they always get hurt, so I didn't want to hurt him too bad.